Respiratory or Breathing System by Nicholf. What is the respiratory or breathing system? This system is a network of organs and tissues which enable you to breathe or take in oxygen. Animals who live on land use lungs to take in oxygen, while plants use tiny openings in leaves called stomata. A wriggler uses a breathing tube to breathe. Fish use gills to take in oxygen that is dissolved in the water. Frogs, in their adult stage, use their lungs and skins to breathe, as they are amphibians. But when they were tadpoles, they used gills like fish. Humans, on the other hand, use lungs to breathe. What are the main parts of the respiratory or breathing system? The respiratory or breathing system consists of the nose, using which we breathe through, the windpipe or trachea, and the lungs. We have the left lung and the right lung. Within the lung, we have the left and right bronchus, which lead to their respective lungs. They divide into smaller sections called bronchi and divide further into bronchioles, which end up with an alveoli or air sac. What is the respiratory or breathing system? The system is situated in the chest cavity or the thoracic cavity, which is the second largest hollow space of the body. It is protected by the rib cage. The trachea is held up and does not collapse due to C-shaped cartilage rings that are on the walls of the windpipe. You can observe it in the picture provided. Alveoli or air sacs are covered by capillaries and have one-cell thickness walls. Inside the alveoli, gas exchange occurs. The oxygen particles inhaled during the process of inhalation enter the bloodstream and get absorbed by the RBC or red blood cells, turning from a blue color to purple, then to red. Carbon dioxide particles from the bloodstream get absorbed into the walls of the alveoli and into its little chambers. During the exhalation process, the carbon dioxide particles will be removed from the body. The process of inhaling. During the process of inhalation, our diaphragm contracts and flattens. Our rib cage moves upwards and outwards. Our chest cavity becomes bigger, causing our lungs to expand. When our lungs expand, the air pressure in our lungs decreases. But since the air pressure in the atmosphere or around us is higher, this results in the air rushing in through our nose, down to the windpipe and into the lungs. The air in our lungs enters the bloodstream and gas exchange occurs. As I explained earlier, gas exchange occurs in the alveoli. In the picture provided, you can clearly see the process of inhalation that I just described. The process of exhalation. During the process of exhalation, our diaphragm curves back or relaxes. Our rib cage moves downwards and inwards. Our chest cavity becomes smaller, causing our lungs to contract. When our lungs contract, the air pressure inside it increases, which results in the air rushing out through our lungs to the trachea, then to the nose. In the image provided, you can properly see the process of exhalation that I just described. Just remember that the process of inhalation and exhalation have been broken down into steps for us to easily study. But all of these steps are done at once, not done one by one. Comparing inhalation and exhalation. Now that we have discussed both processes, inhalation and exhalation, you might have found some differences between them. Okay, let's get into the differences. Inhalation and exhalation. In the inhalation side, you can see that there is more oxygen, but in the exhalation, you can see that there is less oxygen. In the inhalation side, you can see that there is less carbon dioxide or CO2. But in the exhalation side, there is more carbon dioxide as it is a waste material of the process of inhalation and exhalation. In the inhalation side, you can see less water vapor. But in the exhalation side, you can see more water vapor as this is also a waste material. In the inhalation side, you can see that it is cooler, while in the exhalation side, you can see that it is warmer. To make sure that this is correct, you can cup your hands against your mouth and then breathe into it. You will feel warm air on your hands, and that is because exhalation air is warmer than inhalation air. We do this when it is during winter or when it's really cold. The epiglottis. Have you ever heard of choking? A main cause of choking is because we eat and speak at the same time. This causes our epiglottis to not work properly and do its job. The epiglottis is a cartilage which can act like a door. It prevents the food that we eat from entering our respiratory tract. It is situated in the larynx. From the picture provided, you can clearly see what an epiglottis looks like. Respiration versus breathing. Respiration and breathing often get confused. People think that respiration and breathing both mean the same process. They both mean inhalation and exhalation. But that is not the truth. Is breathing and respiration similar? Explain. No. And why is that? Because breathing is the physical process of taking in oxygen to the lungs and removing carbon dioxide from the lungs. Simply, breathing is the inhalation and exhalation process that we learnt about. While respiration is not inhalation and exhalation. Respiration is a chemical process where food and oxygen release energy. Respiration is a chemical process, not a physical process. In plants, respiration produces energy in the mitochondria or the powerhouse using carbon dioxide. This is breathing. This is a mitochondria. And these are the differences between breathing and respiration. We have come to the end of this presentation. I hope you enjoyed. Stay safe and keep on exploring the field of science.